Today, we are going to learn about how important it is to take care of our planet's plants and animals. Let's dive in and learn about it. The clearing of forests and using the land for other purposes is called deforestation. The causes for deforestation are man-made causes and natural causes. Let's study about them in detail. Firstly, man-made causes. People cut down trees for many reasons, like making furniture, building things, or even for farming. This is one of the reasons forests are disappearing. Next up, we have natural causes. Sometimes, forests can be damaged by natural events like big fires, droughts, or even diseases that attack plants. These are things we can't always control. Now, let's see the consequences of deforestation. When forests are gone, it can cause big problems like global warming and desertification. That means our planet gets hotter, and places can turn into deserts. Without trees, we can face drought, soil erosion, floods, and even loss of wildlife. Cutting down forests can lead to depletion of important resources and even change the climate. To protect forests and animals, the government has created special areas like national parks and sanctuaries where nature is protected. Wildlife sanctuaries are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them and their habitat. National parks are areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitats and natural resources. Biosphere reserves are large areas of protected land for conservation of wildlife, plant and animal resources, and traditional life of the tribes living in the area. Let's talk about all of them in detail. Firstly, we have biosphere. The part of the earth in which living organisms exist or that supports life is known as biosphere. It's a safe space for nature and people. A biosphere may consist of other protected areas such as national parks and sanctuaries. For example, Pachmari Biosphere Reserve consists of one national park called Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries known as Bori and Pachmari. In a biosphere reserve, there are different zones for different activities. Core zone where no human activity is permitted. Buffer zone where limited human activity is allowed. Manipulation zone, where several human activities are permitted. India has 18 amazing biosphere reserves. Now, let's learn about flora and fauna. Flora means all the plants in an area. Examples of flora include sal, coral, teak, mango, jamun, sunflower, etc. And fauna refers to all the animals. Examples of fauna include deer, lion, parrot, eagle, ant, goldfish, etc. Each area has its own special plants and animals. A species is a group of similar living things that can have babies together. There are many different species of plants and animals on Earth. Species are of two types: endemic species, endangered species. Endemic species are those species of plants and animals exclusively found in a particular area and not found anywhere else. Examples are sal and wild mango are the endemic flora of Pachmari. Bison, Indian giant squirrel, and flying squirrel are the endemic fauna of this area. Endangered species. Those animals whose numbers are gradually decreasing and might get extinct soon are known as endangered animals. The animals small in size are more likely to become endangered than the bigger animals. Examples of some endangered animals are snow leopard, giant panda, whooping crane, etc. Tiger is one of the many animals which are slowly diminishing. To protect the tigers in our country, the government launched the Project Tiger to ensure the survival of tiger population. Species like dinosaurs have already become extinct. Red Data books are special books that list all the endangered plants and animals. They help us know which species need our help. Now, let's talk about national parks. National parks are areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitats and natural resources. For example, Satpura National Park. Lastly, let's talk about wildlife sanctuaries. Wildlife sanctuaries are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them or their habitat. The killing or capturing of animals in wildlife sanctuaries is strictly prohibited. Now, let's talk about ecosystems. It consists of all the plants, animals, and microorganisms living in an area along with the non-living components like climate, water, soil, etc. Some animals travel to different places at certain times of the year. This is called migration, and they do it for reasons like finding food or having babies. For example, birds which fly very long distances to reach another land are called migratory birds. Did you know we need lots of trees to make paper? About 17 full-grown trees are required to produce 1 ton of paper. Paper can be recycled about 5 to 7 times for use. We should save, reuse and recycle paper to save not only trees but also to save the energy, water and chemicals used to make paper. So, we need to conserve forests. But how can we do it as a common citizen? We can do a simple but effective thing called reforestation. Reforestation means planting new trees where forests have been cut down. Try to implant new plants of same species which were present before. Try to plant the same or more number of trees as are cut. Reforestation can also happen naturally. Natural reforestation, it is the natural growth of trees taking place at deforestation site if left undisturbed. No human involvement is needed in this case. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on Eduref to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all, you also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 8. Thank you.